Good morning again. I really exposed myself this morning with that first clip, so I decided I would wait until I was like dressed and came back. But I had a little bit of an incident this morning in all things girlhood. A lot of us menstruate. A lot of people menstruate. And for the people that menstruate that watch this, you know that sometimes it kicks you, like I ate my breakfast underneath the table this morning, sitting on the floor because I couldn't sit in a chair or on the couch because it felt like knives were gonna shoot out of my ovaries. And so that's where I was at this morning, but I'm much better because I sat with a heating pad for an hour and the leave has kicked in, but I still feel body-wise like I kind of got... And I'm fighting a sniffle. I've had a sniffle. It's the changing of the seasons. Take your elderberry. But yeah, I have an audition today. I went to this audition when it was an ECC. For all of my actors out there, how are you doing? How are you doing? An ECC means Equity Chorus Call. It was for a tap show, untitled dance show, and it was tap, and I tap. So I went and I got invited to come back, which is super exciting. We're at a theater today, and I got a little bit of a trek to get there. So I have to do my hair, I have to do my makeup. This is my fit. This top is from Aloe, my sports bra is from Aloe. These pants are actually, I was in a show and I bought these from the costume shop when I went to school. I went to Emerson, as a few drummer girls, including our amazing founder, went to. So that's where these are from, and they're tailored to my height because it was for the costume for the show. So I love these, and I just have Nike Pros underneath because it just brings me a little bit more comfort and safety to have an extra layer. That's what I grew up doing, dancing. So we're gonna do my hair. I just washed it yesterday. I have curly hair, wavy hair. It was a lot curlier when I was a kid. I don't really know what I've got now. I need a haircut is what I need. I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna do a ponytail, in a part, like loose-ish in the middle. I don't really care if it's messy. So I'm gonna answer some questions that I got from the little Instagram post on our story that we made of like big sister advice. I'm a big sister to one sister. I have a younger sister, but we have a 7-year age gap. So by the time she needs advice, I feel like I've gathered it. That's my qualification for this. And I got a few questions, so I'm gonna answer those in this video as I get ready. But one question that really stuck out to me was how to continue creative endeavors, like making art a career, which is what I'm currently trying to do, which is why I thought it was nice to vlog today with going to an audition and like trying to make art a career. Honestly, the biggest thing I can tell you is to just do literally anything. Like if your career is you want to paint every day, draw, go do things that inspire you, go sit in a park and draw the landscape. Or if you're an actor, read plays, go see films, go see musicals if you're a musical theater actor, go take dance classes if you can. A lot of the classes in New York are I think about $25 a class. Ask for gift cards for those studios that you want to go to for birthdays and holidays. That's what I did, and I got one for my birthday. I still have like 3 classes left at Alvin Ailey that I can go take for free because I have a gift card. Just continue to do things. And I saw a video the other day, and I think it was Leslie Odom Jr. who just finished, I think, his Hamilton run. I'm clipping my bangs. I like front pieces. And something he said that somebody told him was when he was towards like earlier on in his career, somebody asked him, are you sitting around waiting for the phone to ring? Are you doing anything while you're waiting for the phone to ring? Are you just sitting there waiting for somebody to be like, you got it? Or are you doing something every day? Are you reaching out to people to go sing at cafes, to go sing at coffee hour, to go sing at dinners, and to do all of those things? And I think that's where the truth is. Don't sit around and wait for the phone to ring or wait for those opportunities to come to you. Even if it's just like you're an actor and you read a play and that's what you did that day to like continue to work on your craft. just find things that you love doing in your craft and try to do those little things every day, because all that prep work is what helps you. Finding a monologue, going and getting a new sketchbook, investing in the materials that you need if you can, is super important just to continue to create. Just continue creating. Don't wait for somebody to give you permission to create, just create. And I think that's the biggest thing. And I'm also listening to myself tell you this advice because I need it too. Don't wait around for the phone to ring. Don't wait around for somebody to tell you you can create now, just do it. I think would be my biggest piece of advice for trying to make art your career, but also try to find things that are separate from the art that you want to make money off of that are just for you. In the sense of like, I love reading, so I keep books separate, even though I read for Dreamer Girl, obviously, and I love it. I do that because I loved reading books and I loved reading poetry. I like to draw. Puzzles. I love like geography quizzes. I've done it so much I can like name all the countries. Definitely still find that separation, which I think is also important, but don't wait for somebody to give you permission to make your art. Just make your art, I think is going to be my biggest piece of advice for you for that one. Hey, I'm back. Makeup is done now. Jewelry's on. I'm gonna have to leave in a little bit, but I wanted to sit down really quick because it's sounding like my commute to my audition might be a little bit more of a pain in the ass today than anticipated. So I wanted to answer the final few questions here. One of the other questions is also in the realm of creativity, and it was starting your own magazine brand. While our lovely founder, Daphne, is definitely the best person to ask this question, I can say a little bit about what I remember from that time. Ask around, like truly ask around. I think Daphne posted maybe a story about it or something on Instagram about maybe like kind of creating a new zine. And I remember emailing her about wanting to be a reader on the zine. And that was at our very beginning, before we had applications and before we had kind of all of these other steps to being part of the zine, because we've grown so much, which is all thanks to you guys. Thank you so, so much. And all thanks to our incredible team putting in all of their hard work. Really, like, just ask around, be vocal, be open about like, hey, I want to start this brand, I want to start this magazine. Look at other kind of smaller independent zines for inspiration, but don't take anything from these zines because these are small and independent zines. So we definitely don't want to copy directly, but we can absolutely take inspiration and even reach out to them, reach out to Daphne and our social media team, reach out to the other social media teams and founders of other small independent zines and see how they started and see what advice they have for you. Just be very open and talking with people, I think, is one of the best ways to kind of gather a team of people, because it's really difficult to do these kinds of big things on your own. And it's really awesome to have a village and a community to help you and to share in that passion. And something else I would say is to find not a niche per se, but like know your audience. Who do you want to cater this magazine towards? We specifically are for girls. We're girlhood of any kind. We're for all the girls here at Dreamer Girl Zine, as you all know, but we specifically focus on women's stories. We focus on POC stories and women of color stories. We focus on queer women of color, and we focus on queer women, and we focus on women and girls and girlhood, and that is Dream World Girl Zine's audience. That's who we cater to. That's who we love to hear from. That's who we love to get submissions from. That's who we hire. And so that's super, super, super important to have that audience in mind, because then that's how you'll get more views and more collaborations and kind of all of these things. I would say those are definitely like the big kind of things to think about is find who's your audience, find your community, and really just have fun. This is such a fun and safe community to be a part of. And I think that's one of the biggest things that you should focus on when you're trying to create something new, which is so scary, but it's also so exciting because it's yours. And I think that's really beautiful. And then you get to share it and it becomes so many other people's special safe place. So yeah, I think that would be my advice for starting your own magazine brand. Oh my God, I just realized I never introduced myself this morning. Anyway, guys, hi, I'm Riley. I'm Riley. I am 23 years old. I live in Brooklyn, New York. I am a reader on Dream World Girls team. I have been since issue 1, and this is now my 4th issue. I've been with Dream World Girls since the beginning, which is so, so, so special. I went to school with Daphne, which is how I knew Daphne. Love Daphne. Mwah. Sorry, this is like now where my introduction is coming. So the final question from Big Sister Advice was coping with a friendship breakup, which is really, really difficult, and it's always more painful than an actual relationship breakup. And I dealt with a friendship breakup, and it was a friendship of 7+ years, a little, like maybe just exactly 7 years. It was all of middle school and high school, basically. My situation was a little bit different than like kind of a out of the blue or like a big fight friendship breakup, even though there was a big fight over text message. But it had been a really long time coming for me, and this was not a healthy friendship. It was not a good relationship between two people. And when the friendship breakup happened, it was a relief for me, and I was able to move on from that. And so that's something that was specific to my friendship breakup. But I think it's really hard to lose a best friend or to lose a member of like your village or your community or your family, and in any kind of fight or anything that resulted in two people kind of separating, is because it feels very lonely and it feels really isolating, and that's not a really fun feeling to sit in. And I think something that I would recommend is to almost have kind of like a dictionary of you, of who you are as a person and all the things that make you amazing and special, because there are so many things that make all of us amazing and special, and you watching this and you editing this and me and all the Dreamer girls beyond are special, and you are perfect just the way that you are. And there's so much good about you. And it can feel like that goes away when you lose somebody like that. You think, especially if things were hurled and accusations and whatever the situation was, try to find a dictionary of you and all of the things that you like to do by yourself, or the things that bring you comfort, the movies you like to watch, the TV shows you like to binge, the books you like to read, the zines you like to come and check up on and read through. Finding those things that bring you back to who you are as an individual, I think, is super important, because then you get to kind of become still comfortable in your body, especially if accusations were thrown and there's guilt and there's all of these negative emotions towards yourself. That's not fun, and that's not a really good place to sit in. And so trying as hard as you can to find those things that remind you of you and bring you back to you, I think, is number one, so important. And number two, just because we lose that best friend, there's still people in our community and in our friendships. And I say community as in like your bubble of people, right? And so find those people and reach out to those people and do things with those people. Even if it's like your mom. I hung out with my mom, my sister, because I was about to go to college, and then my friend of like all these years was gone now. And so I spent time with family, and I regrouped, and I went to college, and I made so many more friends. Especially if the breakup happens at a time like that, that's a big life transition. Like mine happened literally 2 weeks before I moved into college. Really embrace that change and that possibility for new relationships and new friendships. It's gonna be so hard, but it's gonna be so worth it, I promise. I hope that was helpful advice. Every single person is different. Every single person copes differently with these things. Those are the things that I've found that have helped me in the past, and so I hope that can bring you a little bit of comfort. I have to pack my snacks and check the train schedule and possibly get on my merry way. I will try to update tonight if I can, and then if not, I'll get to film an outro as soon as I can for you guys. Thanks for spending a little bit of my morning with me, and I hope any advice that I gave was helpful and big sisterly of me. And I'm sorry I introduced myself probably like, I don't know, 8 minutes into this video. But yeah, I'm gonna get going and check the train schedule, but I will check in if I can while I'm on my journey to the theater. Hey, Dreamworld girl. Don't mind my frizzy hair. I figured I would update you since I haven't been able to, but I did the audition. I didn't do as well as I would have hoped. My group did get to go twice, so I did a little bit better the second time, but I was not asked to stay and sing, which is typically not a good thing, but it's okay. Gonna head home, make some dinner, but if this is the last that I check in today, I wanted to say thanks for following me on my day. Thanks for my big sister advice questions that I got to answer. And I hope you guys have very, very happy holidays. Please stay warm if you're in New York City like me and it's getting very cold. But yeah, thanks for following me today. Riley signing out.